active listening is important in our personal and professional life? So I'd like you to take that question.
Well, of course, I think as we guys were covering it initially as well, that in a communication, it's the two people are involved, two or more people are involved, wherein one person is speaking and the other person or the others are actively listening to that person. I think it plays a very important role, be it personal or professional, because in your personal life, you try to put yourself in that position as a speaker. If you're speaking and a person is not listening actively, you will get to know if the person is really interested in listening to you or not. Personally, that will hamper your communication. If the person is in a space where you can confront the person, you say it, hey, I'm speaking something, just listen to me. Or
Right.
if the person, or if the person is senior to you, you might just feel bad and not say anything about it, but definitely will hamper the relation, right? You might not
Right.
want to actively involved in that conversation with the person in future that much, feeling that the person is genuinely not interested in you. So personally, I think that really impacts a lot. And even in professional conversations, I'm a personally a trainer, and whenever I go to a training session and people are not at times, people are in that space wherein they're not in a listening mode. So right, it's my job to bring them in that listening mode. But personally, I can say it's not a good feeling when you are trying to share something which is relevant, and you're actually sharing it, keeping in mind all 7 C's. You're ensuring there's voice modulation, you're ensuring everything is there, and yet the person is not listening. So it's not a good place to be in. So professionally, yeah, you should ensure you don't put your colleagues or your seniors in that place at all. In fact, even your subordinates as well, because ultimately you're supposed to work with them. So I hope that kind of answered the question.
So what are those few things that people do that shows that they are not actively listening, and certain things that they do that does show that they're actively listening? If you could throw certain light on that.
Yeah, so very simple example could be that I am asking a simple yes or no, right? So as a trainer, a person to ensure that people are listening, the person will ask, okay, yes or no. So at times people are not you're not answering that. Initially when the training starts, just responding to a question, right? And when person says that okay, yes or no, then the right way of responding is not the right way, not this. The right way is saying yes or no, right? So you have to be very aware as to what kind of a response is required, verbal or non-verbal. At times people are expected to be non-verbal and they're too verbal, and vice versa. So
Right.
that should be really be taken care of. And something which is very good in terms of listening, active listening, is people actually adding on to what you're about to say. If you're saying something, the person is listening properly whilst you're saying it, and once you're complete, the person raises the hand and then says, I think I really liked what you said. And either that person agrees and wants to add, or if there's a disagreement, asking the question in the right manner, again keeping the 7 C's in mind. That is something which I find personally very impactful.
I think there's a very famous saying that we listen to respond. And that is absolutely true. And if we are
Right.
doing that, it's not active listening. It's not even effective, because if we are just listening to respond to you, that message is half, it's not been taken in its complete sense by the recipient. Because I was just waiting, when are you getting over, and I will want to say something. That means I
Right.
did not understand what you're trying to say.